Please tell us about yourself. What are your interests and hobbies?
My name is Albert Amua. I'm a Ghanaian and a professional teacher, and I teach mathematics. Singing is my hobby, and I'm very interested in sports.
What motivated you to become a teacher for the subject for which you are applying?
Yeah, I became a teacher because of my passion for teaching when I was in the high school. When I was in the high school, my friends who have challenges with mathematics, I've been helping them, and eventually, because of my passion to help them, I it developed my interest to become a teacher, and I eventually enrolled in the Teachers Training College.
Tell us about your involvement in extracurricular activities that you could coach or supervise.
Yeah, extracurricular activity is something that as a teacher I'm very interested in, and I'm very interested in sports. I'm also engaged in the drama and debate competitions.
What subjects have you taught and at what age levels?
Yeah, I've taught mathematics from the ages, that is ages between 6 to 10 years. I've also taught mathematics when I upgraded myself. That's after my first degree. I started teaching. That is from grade 7 to grade 12.
How do you prepare to teach your lessons and what do your lesson plans include?
Yeah, before I do, before I start teaching, I do what is called advanced preparation, and I research on the topic that I'm going to teach. After I'm done with the research, I look at what my lesson plan will include, and my lesson plan include that is the teaching objectives. I also consider the teaching and learning materials that I'll be using. Then I look at the activities. I also look at the mode of evaluation of my students.
Talk about two teaching strategies or methods that you effectively use in your classroom.
Yeah, teaching strategies are very salient in lesson delivery, and my strategy has been activity centered, that is people centered strategy, and I usually use the group presentations. I use the group presentations because it helps a student to be involved in the lesson. I also use the what we call think, pair, and share, whereby students come together, think, and share ideas and communicate to the teacher.
When someone enters your classroom, describe the learning activities in which the students are engaged.
Yeah, these are some of the learning activities my students are engaged in. First of all, before I start my lesson, I use riddles. I sometimes use mathematics games such as bingo and sudoku. I also use puzzles to teach during my lesson.
What methods do you use to evaluate your students' progress?
Yeah, I've been using the formative assessment over the years, and these are the tools that I use for the formative assessment. I use the tests, I've been using exercises, and I also use class quizzes.
If you use technology in your teaching, describe how you incorporate it into your teaching.
Yeah, I've been using technology to teach over the years. First of all, I used a PowerPoint presentation to attract the attention of my students. I've also been using the email to communicate with the parents of my students. I've also been using Zoom uh, when my students are in the house. During the COVID-19, it is Zoom that I use to reach out to my students to deliver my lessons.
Describe any experiences you have with a smartboard.
Yeah, smartboard usage is very, very special, and it makes teaching and learning very easy. I've been using the smartboard to plot graphs. I've also been using it for geometric construction, and sometimes I've been using it for PowerPoint presentation to make lessons very easy to deliver.
If you have students who are noisy or non-attentive, share ways to regain their attention without interrupting the lesson.
Yeah, if I have students that are very noisy, first of all, we set collaborative rules. Now, with these collaborative rules, I don't set them alone. I involve the students by stating out some of the rules or some of the things that when they do in class, it will distract the attention of the other colleagues. And when there's still noise in the class, sometimes I go to where the noise is coming from and I walk closer to them. My presence there attract the attention of the students and eventually they begin to focus on the lessons.
Describe the most difficult problem you have had to deal with as a teacher and how did you solve this problem?
Yeah, one of the most difficult problem I've faced as a teacher is where my female students have very low interest in the learning of mathematics. As a teacher, what I did was that I formed a math club for my female students, whereby we organize special classes for these female students. Sometimes we go on field trips to observe female teachers teaching mathematics in other schools. We sometimes also invite female teachers from other schools to come and teach in our school. And as a math teacher, I advise the school management to recruit more female teachers to teach in our school.
Give an example to show that you are a flexible person and that you can make changes to your teaching and methods.
Yeah, I'm a very flexible teacher because I've taught in a different ages or different grades. From my experience, every student have his or her need or his challenges. We have students who are fast learners, we have students who are slow learners. And looking at these age groups, I have to structure my lessons in such a way that I deliver my lessons to meet students who have special needs. Sometimes after normal classes, I have to adjust myself to do reteaching for students who have special needs. Apart from that, I've taught in grade that is 6 to 9. I've also taught from grade 7 to 12, and that shows that I have that flexibility. I've also been employed temporarily at some of the high schools to teach mathematics, whereby these students are coming from different backgrounds that is throughout our country, and I have to adjust myself to meet their needs. Thank you.